presents Swinging Your Golf Club for the Best Shot, and here to teach us the fundamentals of swinging our golf club is our host, Chelsea Crain.
Hi, welcome to Swinging Your Golf Club for the Best Shot. My name is Chelsea, and I'm going to be instructing you today on how to swing your golf club and make solid contact with your golf ball. So we're just going to go over a few items that are in my golf bag. So first we have our driver, which is the longest club. This is what you want to use on your tee shots and everything like that. These are our longer irons, and then we have short irons, but today we're going to be using what we call a sand wedge. This is the shortest iron, and we use this just for beginners. It's the best club. It's easiest for beginners to use because it's so short. The longer the club is, the harder it is to swing and kind of make solid contact with the golf ball. So we're also going to be using this alignment stick for help. An alignment stick just kind of helps you line up, make sure that your feet and everything are in solid position. So I'm going to go ahead and place this on the ground, just kind of parallel. And I'm just going to put my feet lined up right to the alignment stick. So next I'm going to rest the club at its natural state. So just if you set the club down and just hold it with your dominant hand, which would be your right hand. So I'm going to hold it just with my 4 fingers, and I'm going to grip with my thumb pointing down the shaft of the golf club. So then I'm going to take my second hand, which is my non-dominant left hand. So for you left-handed people, your right hand. And you're just going to slip it under and do the same thing. So this is the club at its natural resting state where it's just open. When you're shooting a wedge, you want to put it towards the back of your stance. So we're going to go ahead and do that. And you want to tilt it a little forward and square the club face up. So you want this to be kind of square and flush with the ground. So then you always want to make sure your knees are bent, and you want to press your hands forward. So you always want to keep your elbows slightly relaxed and at a triangle. So if your arms are kind of in the wrong position, you'll be able to tell because you want it to just be a triangle. So then the next tip to do here, since we're going to be swinging, we're just going to grip down a little bit on the grip here just to the very end. And we're going to just kind of make sure, like I said, you tilt it forward and you keep those knees bent. That is the biggest tip. Just keep the knees bent at all times, even when you start to swing the golf club. So we're going to go ahead and just talk about taking the golf club back. So the first step is you want to bring the golf club parallel with the alignment stick. So this is a great tool for practicing, or for beginners, you're going to bring it parallel with the stick and just keep those arms and knees bent. Next, you're going to turn your back all the way to your target. You still want to keep your knees bent here, but you just want to get that back all the way to where your target's going. A lot of people have the misconception that you need to swing the golf club as hard as you can to get it to its target, and that's really false. You actually need to really work on your body movement, and that's how you hit the golf club at the best contact and get it to go the furthest. So we're going to start over from the bottom, but we just want to bring it here, and then we want to turn our back all the way. We want to keep our knees bent. Your back elbow needs to stay bent, and then you're just going to start coming on the downswing. So coming on the downswing, you're going to drop it here. So the bottom of the club faces the ground. Then you're going to go back and go parallel. And then you're going to come through and make contact with the ball. So the reason that you start back further in your stance is because you are going to hit the ground quicker with a shorter iron. So that's why we do that. So we're going to drop down, drop here parallel, and you're going to start turning. So the trigger point for turning is always your hip. So when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about how to follow through and complete your swing. And we're going to complete the golf swing.
Do you ever get frustrated at how long it takes you to type a report and how many errors you have?
Hey, what's wrong? Why are you so upset?
It's going to take me all day to type these reports, and they're due by 5.
Well, why don't you just come to the movie center with me instead?
I can't today. I have to finish this or I'm going to get fired.
Have you ever tried Type Fast hand sanitizer?
Okay, I'll give it a try. Wow, it worked. Let's go catch that movie.
welcome back. So right before the break, we were going over how to bring the golf club back and start on your downswing, and now we're just going to finish through with the shot and go back over our key tips. So I turned to the side here over break so that you can really see what I mean by turning your body at the fullest. Like I said, it is a misconception that you have to just swing super hard to hit the ball the furthest and the best, but it's really all about the body movements. So we're going to get back into our stance here, and we want to make sure our feet are lined up with the stick again. And we're going to just bring the club back a little quicker, but my back is turned all the way towards the back of my target. So if the pin, the pin with the flag in it, is on the green, that's where I would have my back turned to. So if you don't turn your back fully towards your target, you're gonna hit it somewhere else. So we're gonna come down on the downswing and do the same thing. Like I said, we're gonna drop it, and then you really wanna power through with your hips at this point. So your hips need to turn. It's basically like someone just pushing your hip. So that's what we're gonna do. So you just wanna have that illusion and that motion. And then we're going to completely turn all the way around to our target. So your back needs to be faced again with that follow through. And your back foot, you really want it to be up and finish through. If you don't finish all the way through, so say I swing and I just finish like this and I'm facing this way, I'm gonna go way right. If I come over here, I'm gonna be going all the way to the left. So it's really important to do that nice finish and follow through with the golf club. So I'm going to tell you another little tip that I use for alignment and just kind of to keep everything going. So I'm going to take out one of my golf balls, and I'm going to show you what I like to do to keep everything lined up. So I take a Sharpie here with my golf ball, and this here is called an alignment for your ball. So it's basically like your stick, but you're going to put it on your ball. So you can place it in here, draw a quick little line on it, and this is going to help you know where you should line up. This is also a really great tip when you're putting. You're able to line up the putter head. It's got a little line on it with this line, and you're able to really make sure that you follow through and hit it. So we're going to take back out our club. I'm not going to actually hit the ball, but we're going to put it down just so I can show you what it kind of looks like, if I can get it to stay still. Okay. So typically you would have it on your tee, but this is a great way to make sure you know where you're pointing. So if you have it facing another way, it might go to the right. This really just helps you be conscious about which way you're turning and be able to follow through with that. So again, you just want to start. We're going to go back over. You want to keep the butt of the club facing the ground, turn your back, but keep your knees bent and this foot on the ground. Then you're going to drop your club, be parallel with the alignment stick, and then you're going to turn, and at this point you would be making contact with the ball. So you would start to turn your back leg and push your hip back. So just really get the illusion of someone pushing your hip. So I'm going to follow through with that, and then you start to immediately turn this back right foot. So on the take back, you don't want to pick up your foot, but on the follow through, you definitely want to pick up your foot and completely turn it all the way towards your target. So it's really important to do that, and this little line here with your alignment stick helps do so. So you can even take 2 of these alignment sticks, put your ball in between that, and that will help you with your playing. But this alignment stick is really for just taking back on the right plane and making sure that you're going straight instead of just kind of maybe out here or all the way back here. Okay, so you can get a few of my tips at golfshotmcom.com with instructional images. So you can get a few of my instructional images on